Super sedans for event 3, the Castrol Super Sedan Invitation. 16, Robert Carey. 23 is Lynn Ward. 10, Brian Watts. 3, Ron Pine, one of the test team members. 9, John Pine, another of the test team members. 24, Paddy Ward. 3, Alan Baker. 50, Craig Davis. And 30, Ian Cotton. Now we're waiting for them to get into their grid. Set and racing, and Robert Carey jumped to the lead. Ron Pine on the outside, Lynn Ward and Paddy Ward, the Dubbo duo, holding on to third and fourth place, although there's Alan Baker getting up on the inside and looking for an early forward position, and they are scrambling. They're scrambling. Oh, there's John Pine, Alan Baker. They got a bump going into the corner. Lynn Ward was the one that got untidy. Stand by for the restart to event 3, the Castrol Super Sedan Invitation. There's the green. Alan Baker anxious to get out of the traps pretty quickly. Ron Pine went up on the outside to grab second place. Alan Baker's going to try and go with him in the yellow car, number 3. Paddy Ward's also up on the outside. They're all getting around the Commodore of Brian Watts. Oh, Paddy Ward was gone. He got straightened up by Watts. He came back across the front of John Pine and balked him badly. In the meantime, Robert Carey is out in front, and Ron Pine and Alan Baker are the two to give immediate chase.
And they're gaining ground quickly too, coming out of turn 3-4. Ron Pine gained a lot of ground on Carrick, who looked to go on the inside of him. Carrick staying at three-quarter track, very high up near the wall. Must be getting the drive up there, but here comes Ron Pine and Alan Baker. But probably only a matter of time before Pine goes up on the inside, but now comes Carrick back on the outside. He seems to lift himself now as they put the pressure on him. Those three have ducked away. John Pine's managed to get clear into fourth place, but down the back they go with 6.5 to run. Robert Carrick still leads away. Ron Pine can't seem to get around him, and Carrick's going to make him work for it. Baker's sitting back waiting for the mistake now. He's in third place. Now Pine dives on the inside, and I think he'll pick Carrick off. Carrick comes back at him on the outside, though. Good wheel-to-wheel racing. Down the back they go. Ron Pine now takes up the running. Carrick trapped high on the fence, comes down, slots into that second spot, and this will settle in to be a three-way battle with only 5 laps left to run.
Ron Pine, Carrick got untidy in the middle of turn 1-2. He crossed up in front of Alan Baker, who got by him okay, and John Pine went with him. Robert Carey getting a little untidy and causing some problems. Ron Pine, he's jumped to the lead. John Pine getting up on the inside of Alan Baker. Baker comes back at John Pine. Baker hangs on to second. John Pine running third. They're up to the slower traffic. John Pine hooks to the outside of Alan Baker. He tries to come right round the concrete wall, but that's not the way to do it. Alan Baker pushes back up on the inside. Round that slower car of Ian Cotton they go. They're taking their time to get by him, but Alan Baker does get by him. Ron Pine is the leader, coming down main straightaway. 2 more laps left to go. Ron Pine out in front. Second place being held by Alan Baker, and John Pine really putting the pressure to him now. Up on the inside goes Pine. On the outside is Baker. Pine trying to get that breathing space on the inside. He just can't find the room at the moment. Alan Baker's got him covered. 1 lap left to go. Ron Pine, Alan Baker, John Pine. They've been nose to tail nearly all the way. They're passing Brian Watts again. This is the second time they've gone by him in a 10-lap race. Coming down to take the checkered flag. They're balked up behind the slower car. Alan Baker making a dive up on the inside. Ron Pine got there first from Alan Baker, followed by John Pine, and then came Robert Carey. Paddy Ward would be the next car through in the 24, followed by the 30 of Ian Cotton and the 10 of Brian Watts. 2 minutes 45.237 was the winning time, and the winning driver, one of the test team members for next Wednesday night in the number 3 car, Reverend Ronnie Pine. This is the Newcastle Special Vehicle Super Sedan Invitation. Down lane straight away, they get the green flag. John Pine on the outside, Ron Pine on the inside. Two test match drivers. Alan Baker getting the split between both of them in the Falcon. He goes up into second place, or does he? John Pine comes back at him very strongly. Ron Pine the leader. Alan Baker and John Pine running side by side for second and third place. Then comes Robert Carey. Up on the inside goes Alan Baker. Gee, that car's handling beautifully tonight. It's like it's a little slot car stuck on the rails. It's handling so superbly. Ron Pine the leader. Alan Baker in second place. John Pine running third. Paddy Ward is fourth now, and then Robert Carey fifth. Well, here's Alan Baker. As I said, he's just handling, that car's handling superbly. Ron Pine having a big spin out. Paddy Ward through sideways as well. And Ron Pine got the shock of his life. I don't think he expected Alan Baker to be coming up on the inside of him, because that car, it just looks like a little slot car, doesn't it? Stuck on the inside.
Yes, Baker certainly seems to have it all hooked up tonight. He's going very quickly around the Motordrome, and as you said, Ron Pine, a bit surprised. He was drifted a bit high coming out of the turn 1-2, and he left that little gap for Baker, and that's all Baker needed, and he was through on the inside, but they just got that little touch and threw Ron Pine off and towards the fence, and that brought the race to a stoppage.
Yep, fortunately there was no serious damage done. There's the green flag for centre away, and Alan Baker in the race lead. He'll be hard to catch from there. John Pine, he just won't be able to get up on the inside of him, wouldn't think, unless Baker makes a mistake. And then, as I say that, Baker now starts to adopt a wide line. He's been sitting right down on the pole line nearly all the race, and now he seems that he's got the lead. He's drifting up off that pole line. And there's John Pine getting up on the inside. So what a change in the race. John Pine's now got the advantage, with Alan Baker drifting off that pole line, which is where he was sitting all the way through the race. Now he's got to try and come back at John Pine. John Pine, the leader in the big Firebird.
Yes, Pine now takes up the running just in front of Baker, who looked very nicely indeed here in this race, but as I said, he seems to have drifted momentarily off that line, and that's all John Pine needed. Bang, he was through on the inside, and he takes up the running. Baker now tries to come back at him. He's still got a few laps up his head. Oh, as I say that, he put the kiss of death on him, and onto the infield he goes, and he might just stay on that apron and bring the track to the race to a stoppage, and he does so.
I think he's got a steering problem, Joel. As we said earlier, everything seemed to be going great. And then he went into the corner, and I think something's bent on the steering. Oh, well, it might not be badly bent, but it's bent enough to be giving him problems, because he's drifting off the line, and then he went into that corner and it sold out. So, I mean, when you look at the way it was going prior to the incident, and then after the incident, I think something must have just gone amiss. A little hiccup there for Alan Baker. It may have just been driver error, but it would be surprising if that were the case.
Okay, yellow lights flashing now, and there's the green, and it's caught them all by surprise. Johnny Pine wasn't expecting the green, but away it goes, and he's out in front. Paddy Ward in second place. They seem to get through it okay now. Ron Pine still in third place with that smashed up front on the car. Here comes Alan Baker on the inside of Carey. He's moved up to fourth place, and he's still got 4 laps to see if he can try and pick or get into the top 3 placings at least. John Pine leads the way. Paddy Ward in second place in car number 24, being put under pressure by Ron Pine, who backed off a little coming out of 3-4 and seems to be having a bit of trouble steering that car. And Baker getting closer to him now, and he'll try and make the move on him and move into that third place. There's only 3 laps to go. John Pine seems to have them covered at the moment. He's going away. Baker now, as Ross said, in all sorts of trouble. Yeah. Coming out of that 1-2, he's just gone up onto the infield again. And definitely something wrong with that car with the clip with Ron Pine he had. And there goes Ron Pine coming out at 3-4. He's onto the infield too. So the red light comes on, and it's a race of mayhem at the moment, with cars going everywhere and pulling onto the infield.
There's got to be something wrong with that steering on the Baker car, because Alan Baker's just too good a driver to make 2 errors within the space of 3 laps. There's the green flag. John Pine in front. Paddy Ward still in second place. Ron Pine running third, and then Robert Carey. So we've got 2 more laps left to go. And the John Pine Firebird doing it nicely. Paddy Ward under some pressure from Ron Pine. He's going to make a bit of a challenge for that second place. They come down to get the white flag. John Pine a lap to go. Paddy Ward in second spot. Ron Pine third, Robert Carey fourth. That should be the way they'll take the checkered flag. Took them a while to get there, but they made it. John Pine wins the Paris-Dakar from Paddy Ward, then Ron Pine, followed by Robert Carey, Lynn Ward, Brian Watts, and Ian Cotton. John Pine will grab the checkered flag, and he'll be happy to do that, no matter how long it takes to win a race. It's always nice to win it. And John Pine, the Australian captain for the team on Wednesday night, grabs the checkered flag in the Pit Crew Firebird, and give him a round of applause. He's your race winner. There's the green light, and the green flag signals a clean start for Alan Baker. Quickly followed out of the traps by Robert Carrick. Carrick trying to go up on the inside of Baker. Baker on the outside. Carrick getting a little bit of a touch. No, he backed off well. He backed off well, did Carrick. Baker was just crossing a little, but not enough to be getting out of shape, and Carrick backed off quite well. Third place is name wouldn't come, Paddy Ward. It is, thanks Joel. You get a mental block there at times, and Paddy Ward is the guy in third place. Ron Pine being passed on the inside by John Pine. John goes up into fourth place. Ron Pine is back to fifth. So it's Alan Baker got them stacked up front. Oh, he's got trouble again. I don't know that he's got that car sorted out properly yet. Whatever it was that went wrong with the steering earlier on, it's still wrong. John Pine now goes up into second place as Robert Carrick takes the lead. Alan Baker not comfortable at the moment. And right behind him, champing away at him like bulldog terriers, are Ron Pine and Paddy Ward. Robert Carrick the leader. John Pine threatening the challenge. Up on the inside goes John Pine to grab the lead. He's got it. John Pine goes to the front. The Aussie captain is out there and in front. Second place is Robert Carrick. Third place, Alan Baker. Ron Pine getting closer to Alan Baker, but can't get by him at the moment, and then comes Paddy Ward, followed by Lynn Ward, Brian Watts, Craig Davis and Ian Cotton on the tail of the field. 4 more laps to go. Oh, John Pine hiking a front wheel coming down Main straight away. Here's trouble with Ron Pine and Paddy Ward getting a coming together. Green light says go, and away they go. 4 more laps left to go. I don't know whether John Pine, that car's supposed to be doing that. I think he might have broken something on the back end, actually. And it's John Pine, the leader. That front end lifting right up. Something's definitely gone in the back end of that car. I don't think it's supposed to lift up like that. Robert Carrick in second place. Then comes Alan Baker, followed by Ron Pine. But it's all John Pine at the moment. 2 more laps left to go. Robert Carrick got, oh, there goes Ron Pine. He's having the big spin. Up onto the infield he goes. He's off the track. And it's play on. And John Pine's doing that round the outside. Robert Carrick staying with him. Alan Baker in third place. On their last lap, coming down to take the checker, and John Pine grabs the checkered flag. Puts him in good mood for the test match on Wednesday night. Then Robert Carrick second, Alan Baker third. 4th place to Paddy Ward, 5th to Lynn Ward, 6th to Brian Watt, 7th to Ian Cotton, and 8th to Craig Davis. So the win going to John Pine in the Pit Crew Firebird. He's the captain of the test match team on Wednesday night, so you Aussies give him some support, because he'll be trying to make it 3-0 for Australia come Wednesday night.